Right, so this project is huge, as you can see. And this is 1973 Brazilian split screen van, Volkswagen. This is going to be really, really cool when it's done, as most of the cars that we do are. This is going to be a catering van. How cool is that? That's what this is going to look like. We're going to convert this. It's going to be a standard restoration with air suspension, Subaru engine, but we're going to then make the roof flip up and the side flip down. And there's a whole host of other stuff that's going to get done inside as well. The story behind this one is it was commissioned to us to build this van. We gave all the rust repair to another welding company, and for unforeseen circumstances, it's back with us now. It's already been jigged up for us, it's already been acid dipped, and we've got virtually every panel in the book. Get this thing rust free and absolutely solid again. So as you can see, a lot of work on this truck has already been done. All the floors have already been cut out, the chassis members were done for us, and it was jigged up at the old place. We've had a whole host of panels, all the front end, all mocked up already. Nothing has been full welded yet. The floors in front sills, the doors are hung, bottoms of the A-posts are done already. It was originally a left-hand drive way back when it was converted to right-hand drive, so it's had a right-hand drive dashboard put into it, which has been done very shoddily, which you're going to have to redo. But it also had a sliding door on the right-hand side of the car. Now what we want to do is get rid of that sliding door and put just one side cargo door on, which is a huge amount of work on its own. And we're just going to have the one cargo door on it, so we've got more room on the inside for more cupboard space, for storage for all the drinks and whatever that they're going to sell when this is actually a catering van and a working van. This side, we're going to have a custom-made side panel made for it, which is going to be longer. You'll look around here. So as you can see, the one door is hung at least. We're not going to have another door here that you'd normally have. This side panel will be longer, so we've got more cupboard space on the inside. This top panel as well will also be made longer. So that's a whole load of custom work that's got to be done. Not only is it going to be a catering van, it's also going to be a show van as well. This might be winning awards while it's also working, so pretty cool. All right, so this is one of the reasons I like having cars acid dipped. A lot of people like having sandblasted, and I've done all different ways before, and depending on who you use for your acid dipping, can make a big difference. But I've done plenty of cars in the past, but this is the reason, because it shows up horrors like this. This has had a lot of work done in the past, badly I should say. So you can already see it's had the bottom done, it's had another section done up here, or cut round here. It's completely fully welded over here where you should have a seam. The bottom of the rear corner has been put in as well. So we're going to be replacing that with a full panel. This will obviously, as I said, have the full panel done. Just to replace these in full panels basically, so that when it comes to the body working, it minimises it. So it minimises the fluid work, panel beating and all the rest of it. So splitting is really coming on now. Loads of new metal gone into it, and there's a lot of old stuff already cut out. It's done at the front panel. That's all, everything at this point is tacked on and fitted so that we know everything is millimetre perfect, because everything is aftermarket panels. Nothing fits perfectly, so basically we've got to fit everything first and make sure the new panel fits with that next panel. But look inside, the floor, that's all fitted. And again, at this point, everything is just dropped in and fitted in and screwed into place at the moment. But all the gaps are pretty good at this point. Now, what we did try to do next was put this side panel on. All the cross members, jacking points, outriggers, all that is done. The rear tubs are in. So next thing was this side panel. Now we found out that the side panel wouldn't fit. We think that is because the roof had a massive dent on it from the acid dipping. Dented the cross top bar, you can actually see that. There's a massive bone in it, and that was putting pressure on the centre. On the other side we've measured, and it's an inch, 25 millimetres too low. So basically, the back of the van is just sagging in the middle, although all the cross members, all the chassis is perfect, everything above that isn't. So what we've done, took the roof off, take all the tension out of it, sort that out, jack the back end of the van up to perfect position, and get those side panels fitting. So that's the plan at the moment. So yeah, looks pretty drastic at the moment. Roof has got to come off anyway, so that's come off earlier than we anticipated. Next one, we might be taking this one off again earlier than we thought, but again, this one needs to be taken off anyway. This one's going to flip down into a serving hatch, right? So you can see from this side, again, pretty much the same has been done from one side to the next. On this side, because we've changed from a sliding door to one cargo door, the B-post was changed. That's the standard start, if you like, for a German-made 667 split-screen van. Bulkhead's been done.
The tubs, we're going to do those after. We're actually going to tub this 2 inches, as in raise the tubs up 2 inches, because it's going to have air suspension to give us extra room for the wheels. Door gaps, again, perfect. I've actually had to chop this into 3 pieces to get that perfect panel gap. So we know when we come to the other side, we know we're going to have to do the same thing. So the inner and the outer front arch will need to be chopped up into 3 pieces to make that perfect, because we've got to get these perfect panel gaps. Again, all this is dented. So it's all these little things as well that we've got to get done. Original windscreen frame, that needs reshaping. That'll fit perfectly. And you can see that top bow, you can see how badly dented it was, which is why there's so much pressure been put onto the side panels because of that massive dent in the roof. So that's getting addressed. And another thing that we also had done for us was the chassis strengthened. So that's all been boxed in, strengthened, because we're gonna have that roof flipping up and so you can stand in and serve your drinks. So yeah, loads got done, loads still to do.
Right, so managed to get this panel out. It's a tight fit. I wish we'd have done it before, but you know, in hindsight, that's great. Decided to do it now. So it's a bit of a struggle to get it in and out between the rear wheel arches. Got it out, and you know what, as a reproduction panel, it's pretty good. It's just different than standard and different than the other panel we put in for what you call like the kickboard, which meets the floor at the back. So there's a slight modification we've got to do to that. Basically, this fold isn't in the right place. Now, that could be down to the reproduction floor panels not quite long enough, although I actually think it's something to do with this panel. So what I'm going to do is just refold this line across here. We've got these little cutouts there, which would be for the heater pipes. We're not running heaters, or at least standard heaters on this, because it's going to have a Subaru engine. So the heater matrix will all be up front in the cab area. So those are going to be welded up. Refold that flange, which would be a load of panel beating, because I can't really, it's just too awkward to get this in the folder. Panel beat that, prep it, prep the car for the welding, get it back in, and we can start getting this thing back in and getting it welded up. So yeah, a lot of noise is about to happen. Right, so we've finally figured out a few things on this van as to why it was twisted. Now, it wasn't much, but we want this thing millimeter perfect. We're putting all these new panels into it, so we've got the perfect opportunity to get it perfect, which makes our life easier, putting all these new panels into it. So there was a 7mm difference side to side in height. The front was perfect. It was the back that was slightly twisted and messing up a few gaps along the back. That's all sorted now. It's braced up in its position. There's been a lot cut out on this side because everything is being replaced and more struts are going in, or uprights. So at a point now where I've just replaced that top section there, basically the rain gutter channel. So I'm now going to put in this new panel here, which goes above the one door. This is going to get cut down as well because we've just got the one cargo door in the back. That's going to get welded in. Then we've got another strengthener to go on top of that. Then we can start putting the bows in, and one by one, piece by piece, this thing is going to come together. So it's a big jigsaw puzzle. It's knowing which bit to do first, keeping as many original reference points as possible, which is difficult when you're replacing everything, but that side is still there at least. This is here, so we'll work from this point forward, get the uprights in, then we can cut the floor around the new uprights because we're going to put another upright in this, as I said, for strength. Then we can start getting some big panels on there and making it look like a bus. So yeah, piece by piece, it's coming together. And I said piece. All right, so they're just tacked in at the moment, just at the bottom. So I can finalize the absolute positions of them later. Make sure we got the heights right as well, because it looks like there is a slight height difference between these two. You might be talking a millimeter, but it does make all the difference. And then we're gonna have a look at exactly how far and in these go, because literally we're talking 0.5 millimeter difference between perfection and just slightly off, so I want everything absolutely correct. Right, so there's been an absolute ton of work done on this van so far, and there's still a ton left to do, as you can probably see. So one of the last things I've just completed on this was to get the aperture done for the single cargo door conversion. So this is all pretty much done now. This top rail, everything is fully welded in. The new C-post is fully welded in. We're gonna put that sill in later. We've got that, it's ready to fit. All this side panel, that's all screwed in. We've put a few screws in. We don't want too many holes in that. What we will be doing is bonding and welding that into place, but that's gonna come on one of the future videos. So that all fits, that's all perfect. It's running absolutely dead level. Really happy with how that fits. The rear corner has been pre-fitted as well. That is now actually ready to go on. That's one of the next jobs I'm gonna be doing. Battery tray, again, that's all ready to weld. All the top rail, rain gutter, that's all in. Multiple repairs have been done to this panel up here, the corner piece, other small little repairs. So yeah, that corner is ready to weld on now. After that's done, what I'm gonna be doing next for the next video is more uprights. So we put an extra upright in anyway, just for the extra strength, because when the roof flips up, there's gonna be a lot of weight along this side panel. So to brace this, we're gonna be putting another upright there, and then even more bracing after that's done. And the other sides, the floor can go in. So that's coming next. Then after that, we're gonna be putting the side panels on, working our way forward. So yeah, pretty soon, now all this, the framework of the van has been gone in, and going in, the van can start to look like a van again, and all the outer panels can come together and make this thing look solid once more. Then we're onto the front, and then the roof, which is gonna be probably one of the biggest jobs, or one of the biggest single jobs we've got to do, and that's where all the custom stuff is gonna come in and really turn this van into the catering van. So yeah, stick around. If you like what you see, don't forget, click the like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.